Okay? Hello everyone, I'm Michael Downey. Tonight I'll talk to you on the topic of Hanam is my hometown. Many times Korean people ask me, where's your hometown? And I always say, Hanam is my hometown. And they're always very surprised. What? How can that be? I meant, where's your hometown in America? But in America, we don't have really a hometown. And for example, in my case, we moved many different times. I was born in upstate New York. We lived in Iowa, New Jersey, Baltimore, back in New Jersey, Ohio, and then many other places, including 10 years in Alaska. But I've lived in Hanam for 19 years. So Hanam, I've lived here longer than I've lived any place else. So I think, absolutely, Hanam is my hometown. The other question that people ask me is, how did you come to Korea? And I always say, Boeing 747. It's a joke. Anyway, I originally came to Korea in the year 2000, and I was living in Seoul. And at that time, I had a job at a hagwon in Apgujeong. And so every day I would travel to Apgujeong by subway, and I would teach there. And then at night, I would travel back to my home. And one day while I was on the subway, I was standing on the subway, hanging on, and the door is open, and a young lady came in, and she saw me and came directly up to me and said, "Oh, can you speak English?" And so I said, "A little bit." So then she told me she was an English teacher at City Hall in Hanam. And she was getting married. She wanted to go on her honeymoon, and but she needed to find a substitute teacher for 2 weeks. She asked me, "Can you go to Hanam and teach?" And I said, "Maybe. But I don't know where is Hanam." She said, "No problem, it's very close. All you have to do is catch the bus, and the number 112, and go to Hanam." And I said, "Okay, that's no problem." And she said, you have to be careful though, because the 112 bus, there's 2 buses. One bus goes to Hanam City Hall, Sicheong. The other bus goes to the market, Sicheong. For me, these sound almost exactly the same. So before I get on the bus, I asked the bus driver, "아저씨, 시장 가요?" He said, "Yeah, 타세요." So I get on the bus, and I ride the bus all the way to Hanam, and the bus driver stops at the market entrance, and he says, "Here you are. Here's the market." I said, "What? I'm trying to go to City Hall." So I learned very quickly that pronunciation of the Korean language is very, very important. Sicheong, Sicheong. Anyway, that's how I came. I originally came to Hanam City. And I worked at the Hanam City Hall. And in the morning, I had 2 classes of English students. And these were all Hanam City Hall employees. And in the evening, I had 2 more hours with Hanam City Hall employees. And then once a week, I would meet with the mayor in his office, and I teach English to the mayor. And I continued teaching at the City Hall for more than 2 years. Unfortunately, the young lady who brought me here, well, she lost her job. They wanted me, so I continued to teach there. At the same time, I was still teaching at a hagwon in Apgujeong, and it was the Youngjae hagwon. Youngjae hagwon. I thought, wow, I'm going to meet lots of geniuses. But the truth is, none of those kids were geniuses. They were all just normal kids. But I taught there for a while, and I got very friendly with the students' mothers. And one day they came to me and said, "Did you hear? The hagwon is closing." I said, "What? When?" "Next week." "Why?" "Well, financial problems. Well, I don't need financial problems. I need to get paid every week. So I left that hagwon, and I came to Hanam. One day I was riding on the bus, and I saw a big sign that said English Plus. It was a small bookstore, and it had 3 small classrooms where they were teaching children. And so I went there and I asked them, well, I'm an English teacher. Do you need an English teacher? And they said, oh, yeah. They said, where are you from? I said, I'm American. They said, okay, you start tomorrow. So then I started teaching at the hagwon. Morning, afternoon, and evening I was teaching here. And eventually I decided